A man is interested whenever UFO sightings or talk of aliens make national headlines, hoping to get some kind of answer as to what happened to him. He recalls an experience in Wellington, driving for what he thinks was half an hour, but with no clear memory of where exactly he was. In an astonishing revelation, this man, abducted by aliens 40 years ago, has returned with terrifying news after decades of silence and mystery. Alec Neld is finally sharing his extraordinary experience. This admission is monumental, given the endless speculation about extraterrestrial life. But what did Alec learn during his time with the aliens? What hidden truths did he uncover about humanity and our place in the universe? Join us as we explore Alec N's incredible story and uncover the shocking secrets he brought back to Earth. In early February 1989, Alec N set off from his hometown of Rotorua, New Zealand, on a routine drive to Auckland. Normally, this 200 kilometers journey would take about 3 hours, but this time something inexplicable happened. Alec embarked on what seemed like a regular trip, only to find himself arriving in Auckland 10 days later. When Alec finally reached his destination, he was greeted with an overwhelming mixture of emotions from those who knew him. Friends, family, and local authorities had been frantically searching for him. Alec was completely baffled by their reactions and the sudden attention. He couldn't understand why everyone was so excited and relieved to see him. That's when the shocking truth was revealed: Alec had been missing for 10 days. A journey that should have taken only a few hours had inexplicably stretched into more than a week. Alec was at a loss. How could a 3-hour drive turn into a 10-day disappearance? The questions raced through his mind, but he had no answers. The confusion and concern from those around him only added to his own bewilderment. As Alec tried to piece together what had happened, he began experiencing a range of disturbing physical symptoms. He suffered from severe headaches that would come and go without warning. Tiredness became his constant companion, and he struggled to focus on even the simplest tasks. These symptoms were persistent but also debilitating, turning his everyday life into a struggle. Despite the growing concern from his family and friends, Alec couldn't provide any explanations for his disappearance. His memory of the 10 days was completely blank. This lack of recollection only intensified the mystery surrounding his absence. What had happened during those 10 days? Where had he been? Alec's condition continued to worsen. The headaches and fatigue were unrelenting, and his inability to focus made it difficult for him to function normally. It was as if his body was reacting to something that his mind couldn't comprehend. The people around him grew increasingly worried, but Alec had no answers for them. The strange and unexplainable nature of his symptoms led Alec to seek medical advice. However, doctors were unable to find any physical cause for his condition. This only added to the enigma. Alec knew something extraordinary had happened, but he was at a loss to explain what it was. What could have caused Alec's disappearance and the subsequent symptoms he experienced? Was there a logical explanation, or was something more otherworldly at play? These questions lingered, building a sense of curiosity and anticipation. Alec's story was just beginning to unfold, and the truth behind his mysterious disappearance was yet to be revealed. Bit by bit, Alec N started to remember what had happened during those 10 days. At first, the memories came in fragmented flashes, like pieces of a puzzle slowly falling into place. It was a gradual process filled with moments of clarity followed by confusion, but as time passed, Alec's memories became more coherent, revealing an astonishing and terrifying truth. The realization struck him: Alec had been abducted by aliens. Initially, he couldn't believe what his mind was telling him. The memories were so surreal that he wondered if he had died and was experiencing some sort of afterlife. He felt as if he had transitioned to a different realm, a spiritual state far removed from the physical world he knew. Alec's first encounter with the aliens was nothing short of extraordinary. He recalled being in his car one moment and then, without warning, finding himself in a completely different environment. It felt as though his body had been dissolved and reassembled in a new, unfamiliar place. The sensation was disorienting, like being torn apart and put back together again. The aliens themselves were unlike anything Alec had ever seen. They were tall and thin, with elongated limbs and large heads. Their eyes were narrow and seemed to penetrate into his soul. Their skin had a slight, almost translucent glow, giving them an ethereal appearance. Despite their otherworldly look, Alec felt an overwhelming sense of calm in their presence. What struck Alec the most was their method of communication. The aliens didn't speak with their mouths, instead, they communicated telepathically. Thoughts and images flowed directly into Alec's mind, creating an instant understanding. It was as if they were bypassing the usual barriers of language and speaking directly to his consciousness. During these initial encounters, Alec struggled to process what was happening. The experience was so far removed from anything he had ever known that it took time for him to accept its reality. The aliens conveyed a message of welcome and reassurance, explaining that he was safe and that they meant him no harm. They informed him that his stay with them was temporary and that he would eventually return to Earth. The clarity of these telepathic communications was both startling and comforting. Alec could feel their thoughts and intentions, which helped to ease his initial fear. The aliens introduced themselves as caretakers of knowledge that they wished to share with him. This knowledge, they hinted, would be crucial for the future of humanity. As Alec's memories continued to resurface, he began to piece together more details about his time with the aliens. He remembered being taken to their city, a place of astonishing beauty and advanced technology. The city was huge, with structures that defied the imagination. It was unlike anything on Earth, yet it felt strangely familiar. The architecture was sleek and modern, with buildings that seemed to be made of a translucent material that glowed softly. The city was meticulously organized, with no sign of pollution or decay. Everything was pristine, almost too perfect to be real. What had the aliens shown Alec? What secrets of the universe had they revealed? The answers to these questions would soon come to light as Alec continued to unlock the memories of his incredible journey. Upon arrival, Alec was struck by the city's immense size and unique architecture. The city stretched endlessly, with a level of organization that made Earth's cities seem chaotic. Buildings were circular or pyramid-shaped, made of a material that looked like tinted glass or semi-transparent plastic. The ambient light emanating from these structures bathed the city in an ethereal glow. Alec was taken to his accommodation, a round house with walls that curved outward in a honeycomb pattern. Inside, the room was spacious and filled with the same ambient light. The minimalistic yet elegant furniture, with its gentle curves, provided comfort and functionality. The bed was incredibly comfortable, aiding Alec in recovering from the initial shock of his abduction. Alec's feelings were a mix of awe and confusion. The beauty and sophistication of his surroundings amazed him, yet he felt out of place. The alien city was so advanced and different that it took time for him to acclimate. Despite the welcoming environment, questions lingered. Why had he been brought here? What did the aliens want? As Alec settled in, these questions stayed with him. As Alec explored the alien world, he realized there was much more to learn. The mysteries of this advanced civilization were vast, and Alec's journey was only beginning. He wondered what secrets this civilization held and what role he would play in their plans. The purpose of Alec's abduction became clearer as the aliens began to share their knowledge with him. They intended to impart critical information about the true history of Earth, information that had been hidden from humanity for millennia. This knowledge transfer was essential for Alec to understand and eventually share with the world. The aliens revealed to Alec that Earth's history is not what it seems. Much of what we know has been carefully guarded and manipulated by hidden sects throughout history. These groups have ensured that the true origins of humanity remain obscured. According to the aliens, Homo sapiens and Cro-Magnon were not purely products of natural evolution, but were created by extraterrestrial beings. This revelation was astonishing, challenging the very foundations of our understanding of human history. A key figure in this knowledge transfer was Xena, a female alien who played a crucial role in explaining Earth's hidden history to Alec. Xena was an ordinary member of the alien society, a guardian of ancient knowledge tasked with ensuring that Alec received and understood the critical information about humanity's origins and the forces that have shaped our world. Xena explained that the creation of Homo sapiens and Cro-Magnon was a deliberate act by advanced extraterrestrial beings. These beings had visited Earth thousands of years ago and engaged in genetic engineering to create intelligent life forms. The process was intricate and designed to produce beings capable of thought and creativity. However, this knowledge was never meant to remain secret. The original plan was for humanity to eventually learn of its true origins and the role these extraterrestrials played in our development. One of the most shocking revelations was about the existence of dark forces that have influenced human history. Xena told Alec that a malevolent force had come to Earth and altered human DNA, setting back our development by thousands of years. This dark force feeds on fear and has embedded itself entirely within human society, manipulating events and leaders to maintain control and prevent humanity from reaching its full potential. Xena's role was crucial in helping Alec understand the magnitude of these revelations. She guided him through the complex history, explaining how these dark forces have worked behind the scenes to keep humanity ignorant and subjugated. She provided detailed accounts of how various secret societies and sects have perpetuated these lies to maintain their power and influence. As Alec absorbed this knowledge, he realized the importance of his mission. What he had been given was as much a call to action as a revelation. He needed to share these truths with the world to awaken humanity to its true potential and prepare for the challenges ahead. The knowledge of Earth's hidden history and the existence of dark forces was a burden but also a responsibility. What other secrets did the aliens reveal to Alec? How would this knowledge impact humanity's future? The answers to these questions hold the key to understanding our place in the universe and the path we must take to overcome the challenges posed by these dark forces. Alec learned of the presence of a hostile power that has had a significant impact on human history via Xena. This malevolent entity, she explained, arrived on Earth thousands of years ago and drastically altered human DNA. By doing so, it set back human development by millennia, ensuring that humanity could never reach its full potential. This modification had long-term effects on how people interact and evolve. It was not a one-time occurrence. This dark force thrives on fear and has embedded itself entirely within human society, manipulating events and leaders to maintain its control. By feeding on the fear and anxiety of humans, it sustains its influence and prevents humanity from progressing. The dark force's reach extends into every aspect of life, creating an atmosphere of perpetual fear and uncertainty. This fear keeps people divided, distracted, and easy to control. One of the most alarming aspects of the dark force is its ability to infiltrate and manipulate powerful institutions. Governments, corporations, and even religious organizations have been influenced by this entity. By controlling these institutions, the dark force maintains its grip on humanity, ensuring that its agenda is carried out. The ultimate goal of the dark force is to keep humanity in a state of subjugation, preventing us from realizing our true potential and breaking free from its control. Xena warned Alec of an impending invasion by the dark force. This invasion would bring about battles that humanity must be prepared for. The dark force's influence is growing, and its next move could be devastating. Xena emphasized that understanding and recognizing this threat is the first step in preparing for the battles ahead. The struggles Xena described involve mental and spiritual conflicts in addition to bodily ones. Humanity must awaken to the reality of the dark force's existence and its impact on our world. Only by overcoming fear and uniting against this common enemy can we hope to defeat it. Xena urged Alec to share this knowledge with the world to help humanity prepare for the challenges that lie ahead. Xena also highlighted the importance of knowledge and enlightenment in combating the dark force. The aliens' advanced understanding of the universe and their ability to see through the manipulations of the dark force gave them a significant advantage. By sharing this knowledge with Alec, they hope to empower humanity to fight back. Knowledge is a powerful weapon against fear, and the more humanity understands about the dark force, the better prepared we will be to resist its influence. What steps must humanity take to prepare for this looming threat? How can we overcome the pervasive fear that the dark force feeds on? These questions are critical as we move forward in uncovering the truth and preparing for the challenges ahead. Alec's return to Earth was as mysterious as his abduction. One moment, he was immersed in the advanced alien world, and the next, he found himself back in his car on the same road he had left 10 days earlier. The transition was seamless yet disorienting, leaving Alec in a state of confusion. He couldn't comprehend how he had returned or how no time seemed to have passed from his point of view. Initially, Alex struggled to reconcile his memories of the alien city with his reality on Earth. The memories of his abduction were hazy, fragmented, and difficult to piece together. The experience felt like a dream that he couldn't fully remember upon waking. This memory loss added to his bewilderment and frustration, making it hard for him to explain what had happened to those around him. However, Alex's return did not go unnoticed. Various government agencies quickly took an intense interest in him. It wasn't long before Alex realized he was under surveillance. Unmarked cars parked near his home, strange phone calls, and shadowy figures following him became a regular part of his life. The scrutiny was relentless, and it was clear that these agencies wanted to know everything about his encounter with the aliens. The initial harassment Alex faced was subtle but persistent. Government agents approached him under the guise of scientists and researchers, asking probing questions about his experience. They seemed particularly interested in the knowledge the aliens had shared with him. Alex felt the pressure to disclose everything he remembered, but he was also aware of the potential dangers of revealing too much. As the government's interest intensified, so did the harassment Alex experienced. Break-ins at his home became common, with personal items and papers mysteriously disappearing. He received veiled threats, warning him to keep quiet about his abduction. The constant surveillance and intimidation took a toll on Alex's mental and emotional well-being, but he remained determined to uncover the truth and share it with the world. Many questions were raised by the increased involvement of various government departments. Why were they so eager to learn about Alex's experience? What did they hope to gain from his knowledge of the alien encounter? Most importantly, what lengths were they willing to go to in order to keep this information under wraps? In addition to being a story of human struggle, Alex's story of kidnapping and return offers insight into more powerful forces at work. The way the government handled his experience raises the possibility that there are untold tales about the history of humanity and extraterrestrial life that some people would do anything to keep hidden. Alex's struggle to regain his memory and avoid the dangers he encountered is evidence of his tenacity and willpower. The pressure from these agencies was unyielding. Alex found himself being followed, his communications monitored, and his movements closely watched. The agents were not merely curious, they were desperate to ensure that the knowledge Alex had gained during his abduction remained secret. They approached him with offers and threats, attempting to coerce him into compliance, but Alex remained resolute, refusing to be silenced despite the mounting pressure. As the harassment escalated, Alex faced a new challenge: legal troubles. He was ensnared in a setup involving stolen cars, orchestrated to discredit him and tie him up in legal battles. Alex had been unknowingly dealing with a man named Jeff Wright, who provided him with stolen vehicles under the pretense of legitimate business. When the authorities intervened, Alex was blindsided by accusations of dealing in stolen goods. The legal battle that followed was long and grueling, with Alex making over 20 court appearances, each one draining his resources and testing his resolve. The agencies behind this setup had done their homework, ensuring that the charges against Alex were severe enough to derail his efforts to share his story. Despite the overwhelming odds, Alex fought back, determined to clear his name and expose the truth. During this period, Alex's life was turned upside down. He faced financial ruin, lost his assets, and even had to endure imprisonment. The ordeal was a clear message from the powers that be: stay silent or face severe consequences. But Alex's spirit remained unbroken. He understood that his experiences and the knowledge he had gained were too important to be suppressed. Alex's resolve to share his story led him to write his book *Co-Evolution, an interplanetary adventure. Despite the ongoing legal battles and constant threats, Alex poured his experiences into this book, detailing his abduction, the alien city, and the revelations about Earth's hidden history. Writing the book was both a cathartic process and a form of resistance against the forces trying to silence him. In *Co-Evolution*, Alex documented everything he had learned from the aliens. He described their advanced technology, their history with humanity, and the dark forces that have manipulated human society. The book was a direct challenge to the secrecy and control imposed by those in power. It was Alex's way of ensuring that the truth would reach the public, regardless of the consequences he faced. Despite the challenges, Alex's determination never wavered. He knew that the information he possessed had the potential to change the world. His fight was for the greater good, as much as for his own personal vengeance. Alec believed that humanity deserved to know the truth about its origins, the extraterrestrial influences on its development, and the dark forces at play. What did Alec's book reveal that was so threatening to those in power? How did he manage to continue his fight despite the overwhelming odds? The answers to these questions are crucial to understanding the broader implications of Alec Nowell's story. Before Alec Nowell returned to Earth, Xena, the female alien who had guided him, gave him a final cryptic message. Her words were laden with urgency and mystery, serving as both a warning and a directive. She told Alec, "Forget the abomination you have seen here. When you get home, with all caution and common sense, let the sun see your eyes. In spite of what others may say, do not hide yourself from a friend." This message emphasized the importance of discernment and courage. Xena was warning Alec about the manipulations and deceptions he would face back on Earth, yet she also encouraged him to remain open and connected to those he could trust. This balance between caution and openness would be crucial for Alec in the years to come. The knowledge Alec possessed was both a gift and a burden. He knew that sharing it would put him at risk, as evidenced by the intense scrutiny and legal troubles he faced. Yet Alec was unwavering in his resolve. He believed that humanity deserved to know the truth and that this knowledge was vital for our survival and evolution. In today's world, Alec's message is more relevant than ever. The hidden truths he sought to reveal have implications for our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. Alec's experiences remind us of the importance of seeking truth and questioning established narratives, especially in an age where misinformation and manipulation are widespread. The relevance of Alec's message today cannot be overstated. As we face global crises and unprecedented challenges, the need for awareness and enlightenment becomes ever more critical. Alec's mission, though fraught with difficulties, serves as an inspiration for us all to pursue truth and prepare for the future. What other secrets did Alec uncover that remain hidden? How can we apply the knowledge he gained to our current struggles? These questions highlight the ongoing importance of Alec Nowell's story and the need to explore the mysteries he sought to reveal. Alec Nowell saw technical wonders that seemed like something out of science fiction while he was with the aliens. If we could harness comparable innovations, the advanced technologies he witnessed could perhaps pave the way for our own society in the future, surpassing anything now known on Earth. One of the most impressive technologies Alec described was their use of electromagnetic energy. The aliens had perfected the ability to harness electromagnetic fields as an endless, inexhaustible power source. This form of energy is abundant and all around us, yet humanity has barely scratched the surface of its potential. The aliens' technology allowed them to tap into this energy effortlessly, powering their cities, vehicles, and even their personal devices without the need for traditional fuels or electricity. Transportation, too, would be revolutionized. The alien civilization used vehicles that seemed to defy gravity. Powered by electromagnetic fields, these vehicles moved silently and swiftly, without the need for roads or runways. If implemented on Earth, such technology could transform how we travel, making current modes of transportation obsolete. The potential for progress in this area is immense, with the possibility of reducing travel times and connecting distant parts of the world like never before. The possibility of human extraterrestrial cooperation was one of the most fascinating aspects of Alec's encounter. Technology could rise to unimaginable heights if humanity could connect with this highly developed culture. We might discover ways to create new materials, use electromagnetic energy, and completely transform our transportation infrastructure. By resolving many of the problems facing humanity now and paving the way for new horizons in research and creativity, the exchange of information has the potential to advance humanity by centuries. However, this potential for progress also raises important questions. How would such advanced technologies be integrated into our existing systems? What ethical considerations would need to be addressed? Most importantly, how can we ensure that these technologies are used for the benefit of all humanity, rather than being monopolized by a select few? Alec's encounters with technological marvels force us to consider our own future and the necessary steps to achieve such a degree of improvement. The prospect of working with extraterrestrials brings with it opportunities as well as difficulties that we need to be ready to face. During his time with the aliens, Alec now witnessed their advanced understanding of biology and genetics. The aliens possessed a highly sophisticated grasp of genetic engineering, which allowed them to manipulate and enhance biological traits. Alec observed their intricate methods of creating human-alien hybrids, beings designed to combine the strengths of both species. These hybrids exhibited remarkable physical and mental capabilities, suggesting a potential for significant advancements in human evolution. However, these experiments raise serious ethical questions. The manipulation of genetics to create new forms of life challenges our understanding of identity and autonomy. It forces us to consider the moral implications of such practices. What safeguards should be in place to prevent misuse? How do we ensure that genetic advancements are used for the benefit of all humanity? These questions are crucial as we contemplate the integration of these technologies. Through Alec's experience, it became clear that the aliens had developed the capacity to travel between dimensions and control time. They had the ability to travel between dimensions with ease, which gave them access to various universes and locations that are out of our reach. The ability to travel across dimensions creates opportunities for faster transit over great distances and more thorough cosmic investigation. Their control over temporal mechanics, manipulating the flow of time, adds another layer of complexity. The aliens could alter time to move forward or backward, presenting potential benefits such as preventing disasters or correcting past mistakes. However, this power comes with significant risks, including the creation of paradoxes and unintended consequences. How can we responsibly explore these capabilities without causing harm? This question is central to understanding the full implications of Alec's experiences. The reaction of society and the scientific community was largely skeptical. While some were intrigued by his story, many dismissed it outright due to the lack of tangible evidence. This skepticism added to Alec's psychological burden, making it difficult for him to share his experiences and be taken seriously. The broader implications for society are significant. If stories like Alec's were accepted as true, it would fundamentally alter our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. It would challenge existing scientific paradigms and cultural beliefs, leading to psychological and societal changes.